Warzone Caldera will shut down. Oh, damn. Because we saw the change of the name from Warzone 2 with Call of Duty's like rebrand. Now it's just Warzone. So they are shutting down Caldera, which still has a very diehard community around it. All Caldera gameplay, progression, inventories, and online services will expire at that date. As of September 21st, 2023, Call of Duty Warzone Caldera will shut down as our team focuses on the future of Call of Duty content, including our current Warzone free-to-play experience. See? This is just Warzone now. They're changing it over. Give us back Verdansk, dude. That's just, as much as everybody wants it, there's no world that I see them doing that. They are going to be releasing that for mobile. It's going to be Warzone Mobile because they make way more money on mobile, and how many more casual people will go download it and spend a couple bucks? They're going to make too much money off of that if they keep it exclusive. It's just like, realistically, I don't think it's going to happen. Yeah, Warzone's free-to-play. You might have to buy Call of Duty and Modern Warfare 2 in the main multiplayer, and there are extra things you get for it, but Warzone is free. So, I mean, there is that as well. We all have incredible Warzone experience across Call of Duty franchise since its first launch, including those in Warzone Caldera. Now, when Caldera came out, I loved it. I was very excited. The initial formation, if you guys remember, it came out as, it was a different playlist. There's like normal Battle Royale, then there was Caldera Battle Royale, or Vanguard Royale, they called it, with a whole bunch of different vehicles. They had planes in it. It was a totally different style, and a lot of people who liked classic Warzone did not like Caldera. And it took them a while, but slowly they reverted everything to be back to what Warzone 1 was. For the most part, they still had a couple new features, which were cool expansions, but it was taking the game and then expanding off of it rather than really completely altering it. That's what we saw again happen when Warzone 2 came out. They're like, all right, let's change everything again. Let's take out all these features that we've built and everybody loves, and let's turn it into Warzone 2. We're going to add bags. We're going to add armor. Everybody starts with 2 plates, which is the opposite of what you would even want. It literally comes down to the RNG loot, making everything way more RNG, similar to how, if you guys remember how old Apex Legends was, and even still in a way, right? With Apex is a little different. You got to find armor and upgrade, but now they made it so that you can get like all the armors evolving. You do damage, your armor gets upgraded, and so there's a better progression scale. It's not just based on, oh, who's lucky enough to get the armor, right? As well as a large bag and whatever. Anyways, for those players who haven't jumped over the current Warzone activities, expect a vast amount of gameplay choices across 3 Battle Royale maps, including Season 4's new Vondel, ranked play, DMZ beta feature. It is in beta. There's still so many bugs in this, man, but it has come a very long way. If you guys haven't checked out DMZ in a long time, I highly recommend you watch my Season 4 video on that, featuring 5 different extraction zones, black cell offerings, and more. This is their paid thing if you want to buy extra bundles and stuff. Don't worry about that. Players should prepare for even more Warzone content across console and PC, as well as a new era of Battle Royale on the go with the launch of Call of Duty Warzone Mobile. See? Right there. Which includes a shared battle pass and cross progression. That's actually pretty cool, though. If you wanted to get some progression, get some levels on your other account on your phone, so that way when you get back, you could... That's actually really cool. The Call of Duty team and studio look forward to sharing more details soon. I am actually excited. I am going to try Warzone Mobile, right? Obviously, as much as I joke about it or whatever, and I'm not the biggest mobile player. I played PUBG Mobile a little bit, played a little bit of Apex Mobile as well. Regarding purchased content in Warzone Caldera from Modern Warfare 2019, Cold War, or Vanguard, that will continue to be accessible in those specific games. So you can still get it in the multiplayer version of it, but not the Warzone version of it. See, to me, and I know every time I mention this, everybody says, Stone, there's no way that's ever going to happen, and I know it's not going to happen, but I'm still going to keep saying it anyways. To me, when they closed the store and didn't bring everything over from the last game, and even now is an opportunity to do it, in my opinion, they should have at least some percentage of what you spent back in the last game. They should give you credits for that into the new game. At this point, they have so many skins that are... they're cool. A lot of them are similar to what the previous game was. You get another AK skin that looks the same. We've seen the screenshot comparing these side by side as well. Obviously, they do have a lot of new stuff too, but if you look at like Fortnite and you have this giant library of skins that people have been building, and they've got like $10,000, $20,000 invested into all their skins and being cool for like the long term of the game. Right now, I'm not saying you're going to spend that much, or anybody, should or whatever, but that's an incentive on their side too, to have people like want to invest and be able to trust the game to spend, points on it. There's a lot of people, myself included. I don't spend that much on clothing outside of StoneMountain64.com, my own merch. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple pieces here and there, but I like to show off more in-game because that's where I spend a lot of my time. And, some people think that's lame, whatever, but I like to get cool skins, man. I have since back in Halo 2 trying to get the cool helmet, Halo 3 trying to progress, get the cool stuff on it. And a lot of that used to be in-game. You'd have to earn it. Now, you can still earn it in some games. In some ways, there's actually some cool stuff you can get in DMZ and a variety of the different modes even within this game. But there is some stuff you could just buy too. And if you don't have time to grind it all, it is a free-to-play game. You could just buy it, spend 20, 30 bucks or whatever, and now you have a really cool skin, like going for the nuke skin, right? You can get a super cool original nuke skin, or you could spend some money and you got one that kind of glows a little bit more around that. Please note that Warzone Caldera shutdown has no impact to current Warzone gameplay. Now, they're talking about Warzone 2. If you missed it again, they changed this wording from Warzone 2 to Warzone. Inventory or player progression in Almaz or other available maps. And we look forward to continuing with you in that new Warzone experience. Thank you for the Call of Duty community and to our developers for making Call of Duty Warzone and making it place together. And this is where, too, some people have been talking about making a Warzone 3 and expanding out to that. I just don't see that being a good move. At this point, they take so many steps backwards to go to a new game. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if they did. It is very much classic Call of Duty. They're going into each new game as a way to get everybody to spend the $60. It's like all the new sports games that come out every year. I just bought F123. The vast majority of it's the same. You got a new track, couple new stuff. At least that's kind of more building off the same game, though. But that doesn't happen with this because it's different studios that are developing for each year. So the entire game experience is very different, and I feel like that's why, especially with Warzone, it hasn't worked. We'll see if it continues to work going into the future. But, yeah, in essence, Warzone Caldera, sayonara.